Hey guys, okay, I'm just going to do a quick expansion video because this is something I get so regularly on my Snapchat Q&A. So if you're not on my Snapchat, head over to BrianK019. I do the live Q&As where I open up my Snapchat and you can ask me any questions you want. But this one keeps recurring. People asking me about when to do cardio around their weight training. So if you've been following me long enough, you know that I'm always talking about doing your cardio after weight training for a better fat loss. Again, context is key. You know, if your goals are different and your primary goal isn't to lose body fat and preserve your muscle or build more muscle, this doesn't really apply. But if your goal is to look better, this is exactly what I would do. So if you downloaded my free ebook, The Top 10 Ways to Build Muscle and Lose Body Fat at the Same Time, you see that one of the main things I talk about in there is your timing of your cardio. What the big mistake people are doing is they're going to the gym and doing their cardio first and then doing their weight training after. You're missing a massive trick here in terms of actually utilizing fat as an energy source so that you can burn through your stubborn fat that's on your body. What happens when you go into the gym and you weight train, you burn through your glycogen stores. So if you've read the ebook, you've seen that I've talked about the energy systems and how you've got your glucose, which is the carbs you've eaten that day, your glycogen, the carbs you've eaten over the last 40 to 48 hours or so, and your body fat, which is the body fat you can pull out and grab at. You want to get into your body fat as soon as possible. To get into it, to do steady state cardio at the start of your workout, means that you are going to be burning through your glucose, so any carbs you've eaten that day, your glycogen. You might not ever get into your fat stores while you're doing your cardio session. However, if you flip that and do your weight training, you're going to burn through the glycogen stores, you're going to burn through the glucose, burn through the glycogen stores, and by the time you go and do cardio at the end of a workout, you're already using fat as its fuel source. Cardio is a better outlet at actually burning off body fat because you need to be at about 70% of your max heart rate in order to be in your fat burning zone. What weight training also does is it allows your body to release fat from its cells. So as you're training and burning through glycogen, you're burning through all that glycogen and then you're starting to release that fat, particularly if you're doing a high intensity program or a lot of tension style training. So like my online program is based on a lot of tension style stuff with some drop sets and things like that, so that you're completely depleting glycogen levels, so that when you go and do cardio at the end of your workout, you're tapping directly into fat stores. So if you're doing something that's either high intensity or tension style training where you're tearing a lot of fibers, you're going to release more fat out of the cell so that you can burn through it. So when you go and do your cardio at the end of the workout, then you're actually using fat as your primary fuel source. So it means that you're actually literally using fat as the energy source, means you can lower fat off your body. It's one of the biggest tips that is kind of in the fitness industry that hasn't seemed to completely hit the mainstream yet, that anyone that with like sub-level, par levels of body fat that are walking around either lean all the time or are doing competitions or photo shoots or just look really, really good, is they'll very rarely ever do their cardio and then their weight training after. You know, there's a very few, I actually don't know any off the top of my head that do it that way because of the scientific reasons of glucose, glycogen, body fat, that you're going to use fat as your fuel source if you do it after your workout. So the biggest change you can make to your actual physique is that one small little thing where you flip your cardio and your weight training. So you do your weight training first, burn through your glucose, burn through your glycogen, get into your fat stores, and then do your cardio after. Then the type of cardio you do then is dependent on your actual program. Again, context is key, depending on the nutrition you're following, but high intensity, low intensity, you know, it really varies. This now, when I talk about cardio post-workout, I'm more so talking about low intensity cardio. To do high intensity cardio, you could go in and do 20-30 minutes of that and do it instead of weight training, because obviously it's got a similar idea. Like the way your body responds to a high intensity workout isn't dissimilar to how it would respond to high volume training or actual weight training in terms of your heart rate and fiber tears. It's not completely dissimilar. So you could actually go in and just do high intensity and then follow it by low intensity. But if you're actually doing low intensity cardio, like a 20-minute jog or 20-minute run and then 40 minutes of weights, just flip that, because you're going to get a massive response straight away. You'll notice the difference in a week, 10 days. You're just going to find that those little stubborn areas of body fat that have been on you for a while, that haven't moved, are starting to shift because your body's starting to use fat as its fuel source. Again, diet's absolutely key. The right supplementation is key. Using the right things that are going to shuttle fat out of the cells, things like L-carnitine tartrate, things like green tea extract to elevate metabolism. These things are all going to support you, and making sure your diet's in either a calorie deficit or you're at maintenance and getting in a deficit from your training, and that your meal timings are on point so that your metabolism is elevated through the day and that you're eating the right food so your body's not dealing with the processed shit and all of this other stuff. But if you're just to make one change that's going to make a massive difference to you, it's flip that. that you do your weight training first and your cardio after, and you're going to burn way more body fat doing that. So I hope the video helps. Please like and share the page, and I'll be replying to comments in the next 24 hours.